Okay, welcome to my channel. This is take 2 because I didn't like how the first one went, so we are going to start over. Bunny ears. Why can't I ever get my finger in the focus? Okay. Anyway, I want to show you all a couple of cross stitch patterns I got yesterday. This one is called Cafe by the Sea. This is from Dimensions. I ordered this from Newegg. Yes, you wouldn't believe the things you can order from Newegg. This is on 14 count Aida. And it is a counted cross stitch. Let's see. Pretty, pretty. Okay. And from Design Works, I got Sidewalk Cafe, which is this bursting with color. I think is wonderful. This too is on 14 count Aida. It's a counted cross stitch as well. It's 11 by 13 approximately. And it's beautiful. That's beautiful. Beautimus. And then I got one from Jan Lynn Needlecraft. This one is a printed fabric. It is a what was I trying to say? It's a worded pattern. It is: love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It is not rude, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. And I know that that is a biblical verse, but the first time I heard it, it was in A Walk to Remember. So you'll have to forgive me. I loved it. So anyway, those are the 3 cross stitch patterns I have. And what we are going to talk about today is that I am still working on my husband. I did get quite a bit done over the past few days, just trying to take my mind off of things. What I did is that, the picture came in 3 long strips. I cut each of those strips in half. So I was left with 6 strips. And then I cut it in half and then in half. So I was left with 18 pieces. I have gotten through 7 complete of those pieces. So I have 11 left to do. And so I'm working on number, it's 12, 6, 7. I'm working on section 8, just for simplicity's sake. And what we're going to do today is that we are going to go over the top 50 highest grossing films ever. Because I like movies, I like talking about movies, I like watching movies, I love everything to do about movies. And I think that it would be interesting to see who is in the top 50. Now, in my last tape that I said of this, I said that what I was going to do is I was going to tell you the name of the movie, how much it made worldwide, what the domestic take was, and what the international take was. And then probably briefly just give you my little opinion of the movie. If I liked it, if I didn't like it, if I've watched it more than once, if I will probably never watch it again, blah, 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 all those kind of things. So, alrighty. So what we're going to do is let's start with number 50. I think that would be fun. Let's start down and go up. So, number 50 on the top worldwide movies, number 50 is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Let me just preface to say that all the Harry Potter movies I love. I have seen more than once. I will always watch Harry Potter. If I see it on, I'll stop and watch it. They can't do no wrong in my opinion. I know that's probably a psycho thing to say, but that's just how I feel. So, and I know there's going to be more than one Harry Potter movie on this list, so I just want to preface that to say, yes, I've seen it more than once. Yes, I will see it again. We'll just move on from Harry Potter. Okay? Okie dokie. Number 50, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Domestically, this movie made $940 million. Now, imagine these movies taken for inflation and how much they would be making now. But anyway, domestically it made $940 million was how much it made worldwide. That's what I meant to say. And domestically, it made... Okay, domestically, I gotta look at my list. Okay, I had to look at my column thing here. Just make sure I was looking at the right list. Okay, domestically, it made $292.1 million. Internationally, it made $647.9 million. So, and I will preface it to say that number 51 is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. But since we didn't start with 51, we started with number 50. I just had to throw that out there. I can almost bet you anything that Harry Potter is on this list. All the movies are on this list. Now, there's 777 movies on this list, which we are not going to go through because I just don't think I can talk that much, and that would probably take about 10 to 15 different videos, and that would bore everybody. So, I'm not going to do that. There's a lot more 939s on this section than I thought there was. Okay. So, alright. Number 49 was Finding Nemo. Worldwide, altogether, it made $940.3 million. So just right above the Order of the Phoenix. Domestically, it made $380.8 million. Internationally, it made $559.5. So it made more domestically than Harry did, but not as much internationally as Harry did. Go figure. Maybe people internationally don't like cartoons as much as they like Harry Potter. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay. Number 48, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Now this was part 3 of the Hobbit series. And, I've watched Finding Nemo. I'll watch it again, but it won't be like the first thing I would pick up. Not that it's not cute. It's just not my favorite Pixar movie. But, okay. The Hobbit, The Battle for the Five Armies. I have seen it. I've only seen it all the way once. I've seen it in the theater. I would probably watch it again if I was watching the whole series. So, okay. Total, it made $956 million. Almost said billion. And domestically, it made 255.1. Internationally, it made 700.9. So it made over 100 million less than Finding Nemo domestically. So, and Right above that one at number 47 was The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. That one was part 2 of the Hobbit series. And it made $956 million worldwide with 200... No, I'm sorry. I was reading about it for the 5 Armies again. The Desolation of Smaug made $958.4 million worldwide, 258.4 domestically, and 700 million internationally. I saw this one in the theater. I would watch it again just because I love anything that has anything to do with Benedict Cumberbatch, and he's the voice of the dragon. So, and I like Luke Evans, so you know it's kind of hard to, yeah. I'm sorry, I have to play some drills, or I'm going to be doing the movies for the whole thing and not doing any drill with me. I'll just be doing, let's talk movies with me. Let's talk movies with Susan. Susan likes movies. She'll go along with it. Okay. Number 46. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Worldwide, it made $960.4 million. Domestically, it made $296.1 million. Internationally, it made $664.3 million. Again, very briefly, I have seen it in the theater. I will watch it again. I own it. I watched it just the other day on TV when it was on. So, yeah. Harry Potter. Can't go wrong, in my opinion. Next. Okay. I keep losing my drills off my pen. It's not wanting to stick to that pen. Okay. Number 45. Jumanji. Welcome to the Jungle. This is the one that just got remade. This is the one that's got The Rock, or Dwayne Johnson, and Karen Gillan, and Kevin Hart, and Jack Black in it. Oh, and Joe, is it Joe or is it Nick? One of the Jonas Brothers is in it. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I have watched this movie so many times. We did go see it in the theater, but I have watched it so many times. It's like, I can't get enough of this movie. It's just, it kills me every time I watch it, and I cannot wait for the sequel. I can't. It's just going to be, it's going to be awesome. So, alright. Number 44. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. This worldwide, it made $963.4 million. Domestically, it did $309.4 million. Internationally, it did $654 million. I will be honest with you guys. The only Pirates of the Caribbean movie that I really, truly liked was the first one. And I probably couldn't even tell you what happened on any of the others. And that, again, is just my opinion. Don't shoot the opinion person. It just was, after the first one, and I love Orlando Bloom. Johnny Depp's alright. He's more of my daughter's favorite. But, I could never get into any of the others. So, my apologies. I probably won't watch this one. Again, I did watch it. So, I can safely give my opinion on it. So, let's move on. Number 43, The Jungle Book. This is the one that was released in 2016. And worldwide, it made $966.6 million. Domestically, it did $364 million. Internationally, it did $602.5 million. I have seen this one time. It was not in the theater. I think we saw it on Netflix. I probably won't watch it again, just because I was never a big Jungle Book fan, even of the cartoon. So, but I did watch it. So, number 42, The Lion King. This is the original cartoon. It made internationally, worldwide, it did 968.5. Domestically, it did 422.8. Internationally, it did 545.7. So, yeah. And guys, I can't say enough about The Lion King. I am absolutely waiting on pins and needles to see the live version of The Lion King. I think it is just going to be outstanding. The fact that they got James Earl Jones back to do Mufasa, oh my god, it's just going to make it that much better. I love The Lion King. Can't even tell you how many times I've seen it. So, okay, number 41, The Despicable Me 2. I think I've seen this one. I know that. Okay. I don't know. I think I've seen it. Worldwide, it made 970.8 million. Domestically, it made 368.1. Internationally, 602.7. The Despicable Me cartoons are cute. Don't get me wrong. I love the Minions, but they just weren't really my cup of tea. So. I know, it's probably sacrilege to feel that way, but it is what it is, what it is, what it is. So, okay, number 40, we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The very first one. Now, if you have listened to one of my previous chats, or drill with me, I can't even talk. I tell you the story of the first time that I went and saw Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm not going to rehash it here, just in case you did go watch it, and don't ask me which video it was that I did go talk about it, but needless to say, it's a funny story. Or in my opinion, it's a funny story. So, this one was the first Harry Potter movie. It made 975.1 million worldwide. Domestically, 317.9. Internationally, 657.2. So, again, I'm not going to spend too much time on Harry Potter except to say, watched it again, watched it again, watched it again, loved it, will watch it again, can't go wrong. So, moving on. Number 39, The Dark Knight. This is when we get into the billions. The Dark Knight, 1 billion, 4 million.9. I'm trying to figure out how the best way to do this. Anyway, 1 billion, 4.9 million. That's a good. I think that's right. Okay. Domestically, it made 535.2 million. Internationally, 469.7. It's kind of odd that some movies will make way more internationally than domestically, and there's some that will be just complete opposite. So, you never know what will attract people. So, number 38, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Now, this is the first Hobbit movie. It made $1,021.1 million. Domestically, $303 million. Internationally, $718.1. Everybody wanted to see The Hobbit. We saw it in the theater. I will watch it again, just like all the other Lord of the Rings movies. I love the guy that was playing Bilbo Baggins in this movie, Martin Freeman. So, okay, number 37, Zootopia, $1,023.8 million. Domestically, 341.3. Internationally, 682.5. I loved Zootopia. I mean, the part with the sloth, you cannot go wrong. I mean, I love sloths, guys. And I think that movie just helped solidify my love for sloths. I think they're just wonderful creatures. And, so, yes, Zootopia, I have watched, I will watch. It's just a wonderful movie. So, number 36, Alice in Wonderland, the 2010 version with Johnny Depp. This movie made altogether $1,025.5 million. Domestically, 334.2. Internationally, 691.3. I don't even know. I'm just going to say, I watched it. I have not watched it again. I probably will not watch it again. It might be something to do with the fact that Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite stories, and I just don't like how they did it. That's just me. I just don't. So, again, don't kill the messenger. This is just my opinion. I don't need a bunch of hate or anything. But, like I said, it's more of my daughter's cup of tea. So, just not mine. Number 35, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This made $1,027 million. Domestically, it did 474.5. Internationally, 552.5. Can't go wrong with Star Wars, guys. I don't care. My husband don't care too much for this because every time they get to the desert scene, he always falls asleep. So it's not one of his favorite ones, but I don't care. I love Star Wars. And I don't hate anything about Star Wars. So, again, sorry if you don't agree with me. That's just my opinion. So, honey, if you're watching this, which I know you're probably not, I'm sorry you didn't like the first one. But, I mean, come on. It's got Liam Neeson in it. Come on. Anyway. Okay, then moving on. 34. Finding Dory. $1,028.6 million. Domestically, it made 486.3. Internationally, 542.3. I loved Finding Dory. I think Dory is so cute, and I thought they did a really good job with the sequel, and I would definitely watch it again. I think I saw it in the theater. I can't remember. I want to say I did. But yeah, I did not pull out nearly enough 939s for this. I didn't realize there were so many. Okay. 30. 33. Jurassic Park. This is the first Jurassic Park movie. It made $1,029.5 million. I didn't think it made that much, but I guess it did. Domestically, it made 402.8. Internationally, it made 626.7. So, I love Jurassic Park. I don't know how many times I watched it. I actually watched it when I was in the hospital after I had surgery a couple of years ago, or about a year and a half ago. They were showing the Jurassic Park marathon, so that's what I watched while I was in the hospital. Because what else the hell are you going to do while you're in the hospital? Didn't have dime pain at the time. So. Okay. Good movie. Good movie. Good movie. Number 32, Despicable Me 3. Now, this one I think was the one with the twin brother. That one was cute. I did like that one. I will say I liked that one. It made $1,034.8 million. Domestically, 264.6. Internationally, 770.2. So let's compare. Let's see, where's the second one at? So it made less domestically than the second one, but it made way more internationally than the second one. Go figure. Doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever, you know, it is what it is. Again, it is what it is. So, but I did like Despicable Me 3. I did like the one with the brothers, so. Just because he was trying so hard to turn his life around and not be a crook. And be a good guy for his daughter. Or daughters. So, that's the wrong one. There. Okay. Let's see where we are. Okay, number 31. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I'm sure I went and saw this in the theater. Could I tell you anything about it? Probably not. But let's look at the numbers. 1,045.7 million. Domestically, 241.1 million. Domestically, 804.6 million. I feel like we're going to see all these Pirates of the Caribbean movies on here. I'm not going to say anything else about it, just because I don't want to piss people off that do like this movies. So, I'm going to move on. And hope my camera doesn't quit on me. I thought I charged it up all the way, but it didn't look like it is charged up all the way, so I have to make sure I get it back on the charger. Okay, number 30, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. It made $1,056.1 million, 532.2 domestically, 523.9 internationally. So it just about evened out between domestically and internationally, which is pretty cool, I think. We did go sit in a theater. Will I see it again? I don't know. I think that a lot of it is because of the story itself. It's not a bad story, don't get me wrong. It's talking about how the spies stole the plans for the second Death Star. But it's like everybody dies at the end of that, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like a bummer. So, okay, anyway, moving on. Another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, number 29, Dead Man's Chest. $1,066.2 million, 423.3 domestic, 642.9 internationally. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to say anything else about the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Unless the first one shows up. in this list, which I don't know because I haven't looked the whole list over. So your surprise is my surprise, so we're finding out together. Okay. Number 28. Toy Story 3. It's the one that made me cry. It made $1,067,000,000. Domestically, 415. Internationally, 652. It is storming outside, guys. So if this gets cut off, it's because my power got cut off. My lights just now flickered, so I'm hoping that the power will stay on and not quit on me. So, but yeah, Toy Story 3. I can't wait for Toy Story 4. It's just, yeah. I cried at the end of Toy Story 3. As I'm sure a lot of people did when they thought the toys were going to get destroyed. It's like, oh my god. Okay. 27. The Dark Knight Rises. $1,084,900,000. 448.1 domestic. 636.8 internationally. And the only thing I will say about Batman is that Superman is better. While I did like let's see. Okay, I am going to cheat. I'm going to look up here. Okay. I cannot remember. The Dark Knight Rises, that's the one with Heath in it, if I'm not mistaken. No. No, Heath was in the one, The Dark Knight. So The Dark Knight Rises, that's the one with Tom Hardy in it. Okay. That one was a good one. I didn't care too much for the first one. I loved the second one. The third one was pretty good. So, I just got completely blank on this movie, so you'll have to excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. I told you how much it made. Okay. Number 26. Transformers Age of Extinction. 1,104,100,000. 245.4 domestic. 858.6 internationally. Age of Extinction, I believe, was the newest one that came out. Yes, it came out in 2014. No, I don't think that's the newest one. My God, you know, I do know these movies. I really honestly do. I just can't think straight right now. Okay, no. Age of Extinction is the first one with Mark Wahlberg in it. So it wasn't the last one. Okay. God. Okay, I feel really stupid now. I do know these movies. When there's so many of them, it's just kind of hard sometimes to keep them all straight. Unless I'm just like completely nuts, batshit crazy over them. So. Okay. I liked Age of Extinction because I like Mark Wahlberg. A lot of people didn't, but I did. And I would watch it again. I believe I have watched it again. So. Okay. Number 25, Skyfall. This is a James Bond movie. $1,108.6 million. Domestically, 304.4. Internationally, 804.2. Now, when Daniel Craig took over James Bond, I actually started watching James Bond. I think that it was mostly all of just because I like Daniel Craig. Because I've never really been a huge James Bond movie watching person. He just wasn't my cup of tea. So, I do like all the James Bond movies that Daniel Craig is in. It makes me sad that he's no longer James Bond. I don't know who the new James Bond is. I know a lot of people wanted it to be Idris Elba, but apparently people didn't want a black James Bond, which is completely fucking stupid. Excuse my language. But yeah. You know, it's what it is. Okay. Number 24, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. This one was the third and last one of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It made $1,119.9 million. 377.8 domestically, 742.1 internationally. Love this movie. I think it was the best one of the series. I think Viggo Mortensen did a fabulous job in this movie. I mean, he did a good job in all of them, but for some reason this one just, I think he just excelled in completely. Watching the struggle with Frodo and Samwise and that ring and the ending of it, and they all came back together. It's just awesome. Okay. 23, Transformers Dark of the Moon. This one was the third one. It's the third one. $1,123.8 million worldwide, which consisted of 352.4 domestic, 771.4 internationally. While I loved all the Transformers movies, I think this one is probably my least favorite. I don't know why. Is this the third one? Okay, I thought Dark of the Moon had... Yes, it's the third one. Okay. It just didn't seem like Shia was into it this much in this one. And I don't know. It wasn't my favorite one. Let's just put it that way. So... Okay. Number 22, Captain Marvel. It is still playing, of course, so it's still making money. So it could go up. So far, it's made $1,127.6 $426.3 domestic, $701.3 internationally. Loved this movie. Loved. It will be out on video either this coming week or the week after. I think it was just released out on digital, and I think it's usually about 3 weeks before it comes out on video itself, or Blu-ray or DVD, or your preferred choice of movie watching. So we will buy this, of course, because it's Avengers and Marvel. We don't go wrong. So yes, loved it. Can't wait to watch it again. And then right above that, number 21 is Aquaman. I know this isn't Marvel, it's DC, but you know, it's Jason Momoa. I mean, come on, people. Jason Momoa. Oh, God. Okay. It made $1,147.8 million, with $335.1 million being domestically, $812.7 being internationally. So it's made quite a bit more money domestically than it did, or internationally more than it did Captain Marvel. But like I said, Captain Marvel is still playing, so it could go up. So, but yeah, Aquaman, definitely seen it in the theater. Seen it again. Will see it again. Because you know you can't go wrong with Jason Momoa. I mean, come on, people. Please. Okay. Number 20. Captain America Civil War. $1,153.3 million. 408.1 domestic. 745.2 internationally. And let me preface this to say that along with Harry Potter, I will always choose Marvel. If you gave me a choice of a Marvel movie or any other movie to watch, I would 9.5 times out of 10 choose the Marvel movie. Captain America brought just about everybody together in that movie. The only thing that kept it from being an Avengers movie is the fact that Thor and Hulk was not in it. Everyone else just about was. So, yeah. You know it. Okay. Awesome movie. Okay, number 19, Minions. $1,159.4 million. Domestic, $336 million. International, $823.4 million. I will say that I have not watched this movie, so I cannot, in good conscience, give an opinion about it. So I will move on to the next one. Number 18, Iron Man 3. I gotta drill that stuck in its place here. Okay. Iron Man 3. $214.8 million. Domestic, it made 409. International, it made 805. So it just about doubled, almost. I liked Iron Man 3. Since Avengers has been out for a while, I will say that if you did not know, the little boy that's in Iron Man 3 makes an appearance at Tony's funeral in Endgame. So if you watch the movie and they're panning out to show all the guests that's at his funeral, the one person that is by himself is the kid from Iron Man 3. So just a little bit of trivia there for you. Not really trivia, but you know. Number 17. The Fate of the Furious. This is a movie that was released after Paul died. It made $1,236,000,000. 226 domestic. $1 billion internationally. What is wrong with the domestic people that they literally just shot down this movie? I mean, come on, people. Show some flippin' respect. But yeah, internationally kicked domestic's ass on this movie. So this movie made me cry so many times through the movie that it was difficult. And I take it back. This was the movie that was released. This is the movie, the first movie without Paul. Let's put it that way. Paul died while they were making Part 7. So, this is the one. This is the one that was released. Right. This is the first one that did not have Paul Walker in it. Although I don't think he was in the third one, but that don't count because I didn't like that one. So anyway, number 16. Incredibles 2. I love this movie, especially Jack. I love Jack. $1,242,800,000. $608.6 domestic, 634 international. So it's just about even on this one. So that's pretty flippin' awesome. I love Jack. I can't help it. I love Jack. I would watch this movie just for the scene of Jack with the raccoon. I mean, come on. You got to agree with me on that one. So. Okay, number 15, Beauty and the Beast. This is the 2017 version, the live version with Emma Watson. $1,263,500,000 with 504 million domestic, 759.5 internationally. I love this movie, guys. I really did. We went and saw it in a theater, and while we were there were two people that came in dressed as Gaston and Belle, and I thought that was just flippin' awesome. And they were so kind to take pictures with people. They were very open. They were playing the characters, and it was just awesome. And they apparently went to 3 or 4 different theaters to watch the movie dressed up the same night. Because my daughter's friend had gone to a different theater to watch it, and they were there. So, they were all into it. Okay. Number 14, Frozen. $1,276,500,000. Domestic, 400.7. International, 875.7. I love Frozen. I do. I didn't see it in the theater. My daughter had it, and she showed it to me, and I fell in love with it. I know that they are making a sequel, so that ought to be interesting. Okay. Number 13, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This is the second one to the Jurassic World section of the Jurassic Park. $1,309.5 million, with domestic being 417.7, international being 891.8 million. And again, guys, you can't go wrong with Chris Pratt. I mean, it's just yummy. Yes, my husband knows how I feel about the Chris's, so he's probably just, if he's watching this, which I don't think he is, but if he is, I'm probably, he's just shaking his head and probably in disgust. Because that's what he does to me all the time when I talk about the Chris's. So. But hopefully y'all know what I'm talking about when I say the Chris's. Okay. Number 12, Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is the one that came out a couple years ago. It is the one where Luke Skywalker died. I will not say anything else other than that. I did like the movie. I just didn't care for the ending when Luke Skywalker died. But, it does what it is. Yeah. I say that a lot, don't I? Yeah. That made me sad. So. Did I tell you how much it made? $1,332.5 million. Domestic 620.5. International 712.4. So, number 11. We're almost to the top 10, guys. Number 11. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Love it, 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 love it. $1,341.7 million. Domestic 381.2. Internationally 960.5. So there you go. Again, can't go wrong with Harry Potter. If you haven't watched them, where you been? If you don't like them, I'm sorry. If you do like them, yay! Kindred spirits. Okay. Number 10. We're in the top 10. Okay, I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the top 10 are Marvel movies. Okay. Okay. Awesome sauce. Awesome possum. Awesome whatever you want to say. I will not say anything else about it. I will just let it go with that and be happy. Okay. Number 10. Black Panther. $1,346.9 million. 700.1 domestically, 646.9 internationally. Yes, yes, yes for Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman, Denai Guerrera. Oh my God, what is her name? The one that plays his love interest. His sister's awesome. Angela Bassett, Michael B. Jordan. Oh, guys. Seriously, if you have not seen this movie, where have you been? What have you been doing? Do you not I know there are people out there that don't like the Marvel movies. I understand that. But, my goodness. They're super good. Okay. Number 9. Avengers Age of Ultron. $1,405.4 million. With 459 domestic, 946 internationally. Age of Ultron gave us the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, even though Quicksilver died. It gave us Vision. It gave us, of course, Ultron. gave us Captain America telling Iron Man to watch his language, which was hilarious. Yeah, Age of Ultron was awesome. It finally gave us, I mean, if you haven't been paying attention, it finally gave us an insight into, a clearer insight into the Infinity Wars that would be coming up. So... Okay. Number 8. Furious 7. 1,516,000,000. 353 million domestic. 1,163,000,000 internationally. This is the one that has Paul in it, but his brother had to finish it at the end because he got killed. I cried so much at the end of this movie watching that final scene with Paul and Vin Diesel. I think that they ended it really, really well. And it's hard knowing that we won't have Brian O'Connell anymore in the Furious franchise. So... sad. Very sad. Very sad. Very sad. Okay. Number 7, Marvel's The Avengers. This was the first Avengers movie. 1,518,800,000 with 623.4 domestic, 895.5 internationally. And come on, guys. I mean, seriously. This movie was awesome. I don't know how many times I've seen it. It brought it brought the core 6 together for the first time. The core 6 being Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. Very, very awesome movie. And I think I'm going to have to pause this and go get my charger, because it shows I've only got 16 minutes left, and I don't know if I can be done in 16 minutes. So I'm going to pause it, go get my charger. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I have it charging. I don't have a time showing, so I'm hoping that means it's going to last for me. I have my Cherry Coke Zero. I have my drills. I have my pen. I have my light pad. Let's keep it going. Let me finish up these couple of drills real quick. Sorry, this drill with me is becoming a little long, but hopefully I haven't driven you all completely away yet. And if I have, hopefully you'll come back and finish with me. I like this because in every section but maybe one or two I'm going to have some white in it, so it's going to break up the dark colors, so it won't seem quite as daunting. Okay, got those ones done. looking at size 9. Let me get that ready. Okay, where we stopped at? We stopped on the Avengers, which was number 7. Number 6 is Jurassic World. The first one in that series with Chris Pratt. If you think about it, Chris Pratt probably has more movies in the top 50 than any of the Avengers do. I may be wrong, but at least let's see. Okay, he's in Endgame, he's in Infinity War, he is in 2 Jurassic World, so that's 4. No, okay. Oh well. That's okay. Okay, Jurassic World. 1,671.7 million. And domestically, it has 652.3. Internationally, it has $1,019.4 million. We're getting into a lot of these that have earned over $1 billion in international. So, just wanted to make you aware of that. But Jurassic World, I love it. I've seen it. I don't even know how many times I've seen it. Chris does an excellent job in it. And I love watching his interactions with the raptors. I know it's special effects. I know I'm not stupid or anything like that, but it's really it's very telling. I don't know how good of an actor. It shows how good of an actor he is, I think. And I don't think he gets enough credit for how truly awesome he is. And I missed 2 W's. Great. Oh well. So Jurassic World. I actually like the Jurassic World movies better than the Jurassic Park movies. And it's not because of who's in it, although that could be a little bit of factor, but it's not the whole factor. I just think that they are, in my opinion, better movies. I don't know. My opinion. Don't shoot the opinionator. Opinionator. How funny is that? Yeah. Okay. Oh God, Susan, that was stupid. How could you say that? Okay. Number 5, Avengers Infinity War. 2,048.4 million, 678.8 domestic, 1,369.5 million internationally. Infinity War. You all know how much I love Infinity War. I'm doing a freaking poster on it, diamond painting poster of it. You know, I mean, it's just, everything is right about that movie. Nothing is wrong about that movie. Watching the interaction of the Guardians with Thor when they first come in contact with Thor is hilarious. Just watching all of them together. I mean, I know they're not all together all the time, but watching them together when they are together is just incredible. They got the perfect cast for every single one of these movies. And I cannot say enough about these movies. They are just the best movies. And I will never ever get tired of watching them. I really don't see how I could get tired of watching them. Can't find my key. So Number 4, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. This was the first of the new trilogy ones. The ones that introduced Rey's namesake, because we did name her after Rey from Star Wars. 2,068.2 million. 936.7 domestic. 1,131.6 million international. Again, Star Wars, can't go wrong. We'll always love. So, yeah. I like this one. I think, you know, because you get to see Leia. You haven't seen Leia. And you get to see Han and Chewie. You know, even though Han dies at the end. But, you know, you can't do anything about that. And then you get to see Luke at the very, very ending. Which sucked, because I waited all throughout the whole movie just to see Luke Skywalker, and he's at the very end. You can tell I was a huge Luke Skywalker fan. I was in love with Luke Skywalker. So. Okay. Yeah. Okay, number 3. Guys, number 3. Should still be number 1, but I can't do nothing about that. Number 3, Titanic. Okay. $2,187.5 million. 659.4 domestic. 1,528.1 million internationally. This movie is the best movie in the world. This is now, forever, will be my favorite movie of all time. It may be cliche. I don't care. It is my favorite movie. I saw the freaking movie in the theater about 12 times because I was by myself and I had nothing else to do when I didn't have the kids. And yeah, I've got 5 freaking diamond paintings in this movie. I mean, I love this movie. I can never watch this movie without crying. Even now, with as many times as I've seen this movie, I still can't watch it without tearing up. So, it's not number 1. And that makes me sad, because it was number 1 for so long. And, so, yeah. So it's number 3 now. Number 2 is Avengers Endgame. It has made so far $2,720.5 million. 818.7 domestic. 1,901.8 million overseas, internationally. Why isn't this movie number 1? And why isn't Titanic number 1? Because the movie that is number 1 went and did like a 3D version as well, which just okay. Endgame, guys. I saw it twice in the theater. I cannot wait for it to come out on video. I will be there first thing in the morning it comes out, just like I was with all the others. And it is absolutely one of the best movies ever. I think it was really, really well done. I love the fact that the character that wasn't in Infinity Wars played such a huge part in Endgame. Talking about Ant-Man. I thought that once the characters came back, I clapped so hard in the theater. I whooped, I hollered. I was so happy when every single one of them characters came back. And then losing Tony and the Black Widow before that, it broke my heart. But I think it was such a fitting end, you know, knowing that we'll never see Tony Stark as Iron Man. I don't think we're done with Iron Man. I think that some iteration of Iron Man will be back. But knowing that we won't have Tony Stark again, it breaks my heart. But, and guys, I'm sorry if you haven't seen the movie. The movie's been out for over a month. I mean, if you hadn't seen it, surely you know by now that Tony dies in this movie. So, hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. If I am, I apologize. So, but yeah. Okay, that was number 2. And it's still out, so it could surpass the number 1. The number 1 movie's only got 68 or 67.5 more $1 million, so you never know what could happen. So, anyway, number 1 movie is Avatar. I've seen this movie one time, and when we bought the video, it literally took me like 5 years to even watch it, honestly. It just wasn't a movie I was really interested in. It made $2,788,000,000 worldwide. Domestically, it made 760.5. Internationally, it made $2,027.5 million. That is the only reason it's still number 1, because it made so much more money overseas than it did right now than Avengers Endgame. But yeah, so those are the top 50 grossing movies worldwide of all time. So, let's see. Which one are we working on now? I need 3861. I'm going to use the green tray for this one since there's not very many. But if you all enjoyed this, please let me know. Because I enjoyed looking at the movies, the top grossing movies, and I think it would be a lot of fun to go through and just see what else has cracked the list, because Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't on this list, and that surprises me. There's a lot of movies that are not in the top 50, but they are very popular and made a lot of money. They just didn't make as much as the others. So, if you're interested in going on, let me know. We won't do it every time, but maybe we'll just, here and there, just do 50 at a time and see how it goes. So if you're interested, let me know, because I don't want to bore you all to tears or anything by me talking about movies. I mean, not everybody loves movies as much as I do, I'm sure. So, but there was something else I wanted to look at, and that was, let's go on the opposite spectrum of the medium and take a look at the least grossing movies of all time. Just let me, I'll have to pull the list up because I don't have it pulled up. But I want to get these in here. Ow, that's I'm biting my toe. Okay. Sometimes the little trays come in handy quite a bit. Okay, let's take a look at no, because even going down to the list of 701 to 777 does not because I want to look at, let's see, because there's a lot of good movies on here, but considering when they came out, it makes it look like they weren't as popular. Okay, well, let's take a look at domestic grosses adjusted for ticket price inflation. Okay. Adjusted to the estimated 2019 average ticket price of $9.01. Inflation adjustment is mostly done by multiplying estimated admissions by the latest average ticket price. Where admissions are unavailable, adjustment is based on the average ticket price for when each movie was released, taking into account re-releases where applicable. Okay. Okay. Most pre-1980 pictures achieved their totals through multiple releases, especially Disney animated features, which made much of their totals in the past few decades belying their original release dates in terms of adjustment. For example, Snow White has made $118 million of its unadjusted $184 million total since 1983. And then it says click here for a full discussion of adjusting for ticket movie price of inflation. Okay. We won't go, let's see, there's 300 on this list. We're obviously not going to go through all 300. So let's just take a look at the top 20 or so. Okay. Number 1 movie that I'll get. Remember, this is adjusted for inflation. Number 1 is Gone with the Wind. Unadjusted gross was $200 million. I'm just going to round it off. $200 million. Adjusted gross is $1,822,000,000. 500. No. I take that back. $1,822,598,200,000. Seriously? Oh my God. Okay. Star Wars, the first Star Wars movie. Almost $461 million unadjusted. Now this looks like this is just domestic. This is just domestic, okay? Unadjusted gross, $1,404,857,600,000. I better start drilling. Okay, hang on. Okay, number 3, The Sound of Music. Unadjusted, $159 million. Now remember, some of these movies are older than others, so. Adjusted gross for Sound of Music is $1,283,598,000,000. $791,300,000. This shit's crazy. Number 4, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial. Unadjusted gross is $435 million. Guys, I've been telling you all this wrong. It's not trillion. It's billion. I'm such an idiot. Please forgive me. Wherever I said trillion, put that down to billion. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Blowing my mind and does not even need to be blown. Okay. Okay. Gone with the Wind adjusted gross $1,822,000,000. Star Wars adjusted gross $1,604,000,000. Sound of Music adjusted gross $1,283,000,000. E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial adjusted gross $1,278,000,000. Number 5, Titanic. Unadjusted gross $659 million. Adjusted gross $1,221 million. See, all this sounds better. Wow, Susan. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to use 37.99. Okay, number 6, the Ten Commandments. Unadjusted was only $65 million. Adjusted gross, it is $1,180,000,000. I keep thinking that if I just pull them out of the container here, that it would be easy when I just have a few. And it always gets to show that I'm wrong. Okay, number 7, Jaws. Unadjusted gross, $260 million. On the nose, $260 million. Unadjusted gross is $1,153,000,000. I'm just rounding up. I'm not saying the whole total. Number 8, Dr. Zhivago, 1965. Unadjusted gross is $111 million. Adjusted gross is $1,118,000,000. Yeah. Okay. Number 9, The Exorcist. An adjusted gross, $232 million. Adjusted gross, $996 billion. Okay. Number 10, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Unadjusted gross, $184 million. Adjusted gross, $982 million. Number 11, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Again, remember this is just domestic. Unadjusted gross is $936 million. Adjusted gross, $974 million. Of course, this movie was released in 2015, so there's not much difference. Number 12 is the original 101 Dalmatians. Unadjusted gross is $144 million. Adjusted gross was $900 million. Hang on, I'm going to text my sister real quick. She's the one that called. Okay. Number 13, The Empire Strikes Back. Unadjusted gross, $290 million. Adjusted gross, $884 million. Number 14, Ben-Hur. Unadjusted gross was only $74 million. Adjusted gross is $883 million. That's a big difference. That movie came out in 1959. Number 15, Avatar. Unadjusted gross is $760 million. Unadjusted gross is $876 million. Now see, if we looked at just the totals for domestic, Avatar would not be number one. So, number 16, Return of the Jedi. Unadjusted gross is $309 million. Adjusted gross is $847 million. So it still didn't make as much money as Empire Strikes Back and Star Wars. Number 17, Jurassic Park. Unadjusted gross is $402 million. Adjusted gross is $825 million. Avengers Endgame. Why the same hell does that say 1993 for years release? Anyway, that one doesn't change because it's released this year. $818 million. Number 19, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Unadjusted gross is $474 million. Adjusted gross, $813 million. And finally, The Lion King is number 20. Unadjusted gross is $422 million. Adjusted gross is $803 million. Okay. So we've covered a lot of movies. Just looking at just the domestic, number one movie would be Star Wars The Force Awakens, followed by Avengers Endgame. Ooh, this would be fun. Okay, starting from 1980, they have the movie every year that earned the most money. Let's go through these. These will be fun. Hopefully you're still with me. You haven't given up on me yet. Okay. So, let me get some drills out real quick. I'll just list these. I won't go into like too much detail. I know I don't need that many. Okay. Number 80, the number one movie, is The Empire Strikes Back. Number 8, 1981, number one movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark. 1982, number one movie is E.T. 1983, number one movie is Return of the Jedi. 1984, number one movie is Beverly Hills Cop. 1985, number one movie is Back to the Future. 1985, 1986, the number one movie is Top Gun. 1987, Three Men and a Baby. 1988, Rain Man. 1989, Batman, the one with Michael Keaton. And 1990, number one movie was Home Alone. In 1991, the year I graduated high school, the number one movie was Terminator 2. I remember going and seeing that with my mom and dad. One of the few movies that my mom and dad would go see in the theater. 1992, the number one movie was Aladdin. 1993, Jurassic Park. 1994, Forrest Gump. 1995, Toy Story. Tom Hanks had a good couple years there. Um, 1996, Independence Day. That is my husband's favorite movie. He will watch that every time it is on TV. 1997, Titanic. 1998, Saving Private Ryan. 1999, The Phantom Menace. 2000 was The Grinch. 2001, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. 2002, Spider-Man. 2003, Return of the King. 2004, Shrek 2. 2005, Revenge of the Sith. 2006, Dead Man's Chest. 2007, Spider-Man 3. 2008, The Dark Knight. Now that is the one that had Heath Ledger in it. God rest his soul. I don't think I'm going to get this section done because I think after I get done with this list of movies, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'll just finish this section on my own and then my next one. On my next drill with me, I might just work on a different picture. I know y'all are probably getting tired of looking at this one. I'm not, but I'm sure you all are. Okay, 2009 was Avatar. 2010 was Toy Story 3. 2011 was Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2. 2012 was The Avengers. 2013 was Catching Fire. 2014 was American Sniper. 2015 was Star Wars The Force Awakens. 2016 was Rogue One. 2017 was Star Wars The Last Jedi. 2018 was Black Panther. And so far in 2019, Avengers Endgame was the number one movie of the year. So see, I can get through a list of movies pretty quickly when I need to. So, but guys, I appreciate you hanging with me, sticking with me while I was working on this and going through the movies. I hope y'all weren't too bored. Let me know what you thought. If you want to continue down this line, we'll do it every once in a while. It won't be an every time occurrence. But I had fun going through them. So let me know what you all think if you want to continue. Remember, once I hit 200 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway, but it will not be a giveaway like I did last time. You will have to look for the giveaway. It won't be a given on a video, so y'all will have to watch and find out what it will be. So you all have a great night. Like and subscribe if you would, and we'll hit that 200 subscriber mark and I'll do the giveaway, and I will catch you all later. Bye.